Hey guys, Demi here from Atlas Vibration Spirituality. Hopefully you can hear me. And I'm here with your full moon in Gemini collective update. And so this will be happening on December 15th at 4:02 a.m. Eastern Time at 23 degrees of Gemini. This is going to be, I'm going to say, a little bit more heavier, and things feel heavy right now just because of the retrograde activity. But luckily, on the same day, because I'm recording this 2 days before, on the 15th, Mercury goes direct in Sagittarius. So, woohoo! Like we're making some progress. But the thing that I want us to take with this, and you're going to feel it on a soul level, is it is time to let go of the people you cannot have a conversation with or talk to anymore. And so these are people that you don't want to talk to anymore, or they just drain your energy completely. And this is also liars, gossipers, the people, I call them the talk-a-lots. So there is no end to the conversation. They just kind of want to keep going and going. And it is pure Gemini energy in that way. So, but this is also another time and place to see where you're not like closing out and seeing you're not learning enough from this. You're not learning anything anymore. And you have no interest. And the thing is, you have to ask yourself, have you learned enough? Have you learned your lessons? Have you done all the studying and now you're ready to quote unquote graduate or move on to the next grade or next form of college, university? Like, if it's literal, take it. If not, take it as something else. And I completely understand, because it's like I just feel you, because I'm in somewhat of the same boat. So so this is in lieu with the Mercury retrograde, because right now, I should start by saying this. If you have not watched my video on Mercury retrograde in Sagittarius, please go back and watch it. It talks about how Mercury is transiting right now and what it means in Sagittarius. And I'll just say it's a very honest sign. It's a very truthful sign. It is a very passionate sign. And it's a very educative sign. Gemini and Sagittarius are on the opposite. They're opposites on the zodiac wheel. So if you need, this is a key thing with balance of emotions and how we speak. So we need to think about how, like, what we're speaking the truth, and how people can't handle the truth when it comes to the communications, and seeing that this is ending. Speaking and sharing your emotions, what I was saying about Mercury and the moon, right? And seeing that you have nothing to gain from any of this anymore, that you have nothing to learn, there's nothing left to talk about. If you're speaking the truth and they can't handle it, and getting your emotional needs down with that, and understanding that you need more education, you need more of something to kind of keep you entertained, and they're not listening to you, then, or they just keep talking and talking and talking, and there's just all talk and no grounded action, or no truth to it, no learning from it, no mastering anything with no benefit. Time to cut it, let it go, okay? So let's talk about Gemini energy. Something that we need to understand is that Gemini energy is an air sign. It's masculine. It is ruled by the zodiac, or the symbolism of the twins or siblings. Usually it's twins. And it is ruled by the body part of the hands, and it is ruled by the planet of Mercury. And so, once again, speaking, talking, you're going to see major I would say not major, it may feel major, but completions of studying / graduating, like I talked about, seeing where you need to learn more, and that you have an unsatiable or unquenchable thirst for more knowledge, depending on where this is at in your chart. And the best example that I can give is mine is in my 9th house of which is Sagittarius energy. So this is morals, values, justice, seeing where things are not right, long-term travel. And Mercury also rules short-term travel, so does Gemini. So you're seeing too that there is a cycle completion of seeing that maybe issues with your car, issues with things of how you get around, what routes you take to work, what ways you can't take anymore. For some, I'm hearing how the GPS doesn't know the route, like you need to figure it out kind of thing. That's for somebody specific. But also cycles of completion of small talk, seeing things come to cycles of completion with your siblings, that they're going through a major cycle of completion in life, processing and moving through fluidly of light and shadow energies. And this is where we need to take this from Gemini, because this is that energy that allows the light and the dark to coincide in our realities together. So key thing to take from this is, Geminis get the bad rep for being I would say gossipy, and the dark the dark side of this is gossip and being malicious, being two-faced, saying one thing and meaning another, like showing that there are two sides to people, there are two aspects, light and dark, to everybody. And when we move fluidly, then we go into Libra and we go into Aquarius, it kind of coincides, right? So I'm not going to get too into it because that's not the energies we're talking about here. But seeing that there is a light and a dark side to everybody, you're probably seeing that there are people who are showing their shadow energy right now, and you're seeing that they are not who you thought that they were. Just something key to think about, right? So this is also a completion of how you actually speak and how people speak to you. So seeing that as well, and seeing a cycle completion of your day-to-day communication. Spirit wanted to add in, like, are you listening to when others speak to you? This is also something you need to think about. Are you seeing that when you're speaking, are they actually listening and actively listening to what you're saying? So that's the key thing with Gemini. Sometimes they just like to talk. Air signs, they'll just talk to talk. Sometimes there's no set grounded stability with it, because if you know a lot of people who have air placements or air stelliums, sometimes if they don't have enough earth energy in there in their chart or something, or haven't done the healing work in their natal chart to create that, then it's going to be very tough. I don't know if my light is dying, so sorry guys if it's gotten like really dark all of a sudden. Okay. It might just be dying. Let me put this light on because I look like a ghost. Alright, cool. So, I'll kind of leave that on or off. Ooh. Okay. So yeah, we got a little bit more. I was like, that bright light, but more well, it's kind of funny. I kind of look like Harvey Dent, Two-Faced, and from Batman. Yeah, so fits very well. But yes, so these are things that we need to think about. And so Jupiter is here also to remind us, he came through, that speech is a gift. It's magic, and we can really expand with our minds when Mercury comes in. And even though Jupiter, the god, or Zeus in Greek mythology rules Sagittarius, this is also something we need to keep our minds open to, that we are always expanding through mental knowledge and our words. We need to learn and be more positive with the words that we speak to create our reality. So I am definitely somebody who's guilty, and I'm not going to sit here and sugarcoat things, because look, we need to learn our lessons from Mercury retrograde in Sagittarius, right? My life hasn't been the greatest over the last few years, and a lot of you that know me personally know that I'm probably hitting the peak right now. And so I'm hitting the bottom, right? And so I have this very negative mindset of thinking that things will never get better. I'm working so hard and I'm not seeing any payoff, or, I'm feeling that way, when in reality it might not be that way. It just might be the mental state that I'm in, because that's where my Saturn return is all about the mind, how I can think mentally, and how I set boundaries with my mind and not letting it run chaos and just all those things. So we need to think about the things that we're thinking, because it's manifesting into our reality. And the best way to do that is to test it. Try and truly believe that you will see something, and believe it, force yourself to believe it, like something so abstract, like believing you'll see like a pink Volkswagen Beetle that you normally don't see, and wait for it to show up in your reality, right? Believe it and believe it. Like, be set in your mind, I'm gonna see this. I believe I will see that pink Volkswagen Beetle. If you want to take it, use it and see how long it takes. Like, don't rush it. Like, just keep believing it and see until it comes into your reality, and that is something that you have manifested. So just keep that in mind, okay? So he also says that that they don't know their true power and their true nature. And this is something that they told me to make a course on, which I will do. It's just going to take some time because we're at the busiest part of the year for me. But I will say that humans, something in the Bible that they tell people, I'm not here to knock on anybody's religion, but I want everybody to know that humans have the power to really create their own reality. We're the only planet in this whole galaxy, maybe the universe from what we know, that can really, how do I put it, that can really manifest and have the free will to do so. Sorry, I thought I saw something like out in the and I was like, oh my god, I was like, who's that? But not what I thought it was. But there we go. So we have the power for free will, free choice. And that is something that a lot of other entities and planets, they don't have that. So keep that in mind. You have the power to alter the course. You have the power, almost like a god, to do so. And the choices that you make determine your reality, almost like a video game. And so a lot of people don't know that because they teach in certain teachings that there is no other god before the ultimate God, that you should not honor yourself. And that's where I don't agree. And that's, my opinion, but everybody's entitled to have their opinion if they want to. But I take it as whatever you believe, right? I just want you to know that you do have power for yourself. And that's what I want people to keep in mind. That's what Jupiter wants us to keep in mind, okay? That we do have that power to change things, and we don't have to put our faith into something else when we can really put it into ourselves. And if you want to put your faith in something else, do it. But I also say have faith in yourself too, because you're important too. So I'm going to leave you guys with this for today, and I hope that it resonated. Until next time, namaste.